Ready for a major shortcut to success? How about 10 major shortcuts? I'm giving you the inside scoop on the 10 things that I wish I knew before I hit it big in my business. In case you're tuning in to my channel for the first time, hi there. I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, and I've coached and supported tens of thousands of entrepreneurs, from side hustlers to seven-figure empires, on how to grow their online businesses. And in this video, I'm sharing the top 10 lessons I learned growing and scaling my business so you can reach success even faster than I did. So go ahead and grab a notebook, because these insights are game changers. And they took me 10 years to figure out. Insight number one, you are not your business. Your business is just a part of you. It's not the whole you. But as entrepreneurs, we tend to over-identify with our business. I am a marketer. I am a yogi. I am a graphic designer. Years ago, I had this eye-opening chat with Suzanne Evans, who's been in this industry longer than almost anybody else. And I asked her, Suzanne, what's your secret? How have you been able to sustain this for so long? And she told me, Marisa, my secret is that I treat this like a job, and I show up every day and I just do my work. And then I go home to my family. I've got outside interests. I don't expect to get all of my success and fulfillment in life from my business. And that's a lesson I've taken to heart. I've never been the type of person to get starstruck. I've always thought, sure, that's a famous actor or a famous musician, but they're just doing their job, the job that they're designed to do. And I feel like I'm just doing my job too, the job that I'm designed to do. But business, it's not the only thing there is. I'm more than the work I do, and you're more than the successes and failures that have brought you to this moment in time. When you understand this, it gives you the perspective that you need to build your business without losing your sense of self. And that brings me to insight number two. Business is one of the greatest forms of personal development there is. So while you are not your business is the result of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, and your actions. As Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And the very act of bringing an idea to market is more than just a business venture. It's a personal journey. It challenges your core beliefs and your emotions, because how people respond to your ideas or don't respond can create powerful personal lessons. But remember this, no plan survives contact with the real world. The best entrepreneurs understand this. They're adaptable, they're flexible, they're resilient. So be willing to let go of ideas and projects that you love if they're not working, and fail forward as fast as possible. And that's insight number three. Most people, they stay stuck in what I call the stuck cycle, where they have an idea, then they proceed to overanalyze that idea, which leads to confusion and ultimately procrastination. So they remain stuck on the same idea for months or even years until they break that cycle. Now, a surefire indicator that you're in the stuck cycle is if you find yourself saying, I'm stuck, or I'm struggling. Because the truth is, you're not stuck. You're not struggling. You simply feel stuck, or you feel like you're struggling in the moment. And you can shift that with the snap of your fingers. How? By taking action. Because action, it takes you out of the stuck cycle and into what I call the iterate your way to awesome cycle. And this is where you put your product out into the world, even if it's not perfect. And then you keep iterating and iterating and iterating until it is. Because here's the thing, clarity, it doesn't happen up here. It doesn't happen in your head. It happens in the real world of action. And every failure gives you valuable insights. As Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And all it took was finding that one way that did work to change the world forever. So fail forward as fast as humanly possible, and know that you can't do it all alone. That's insight number four. To build a successful business, you need support, and lots of it. I've been there, burning the midnight oil, feeling like I could do it all. But guess what? We all need help, and not just any help. I'm talking about 6 specific levels of support. So it starts with your inner core, your family and your friends. But there's a twist. Those who know us best often see us for who we were and not who we are becoming. That's why you need to surround yourself with people in action around their missions. As Brendon Burchard says, there are only 2 ways to change your life. Either someone new comes into your life or something new comes out of you. Now, it's not just about having people who are there cheering you on. You need someone to keep you focused and in action. And the best accountability happens when you have actual skin in the game. And that doesn't come from people at your current level. It comes from investing in professional support, like a coach or a group coaching program. Next, you want learning support to really help you realize your mission, vision, and goals in the most effective and aligned way possible. And the key words here are effective and aligned. And when it comes to learning support, you get what you pay for. And this is why I intentionally invest at least $100,000 each year in these 3 levels of support. Too often, I see people trying to Google their way to a successful business with free information. But information, it's not the same thing as experience and strategy. So the right community, accountability, and learning are the growth accelerators that you need to gain real traction. Then, when you start succeeding, you'll hit your capacity limits. And that's when it's time for your 5th level of support, a team that helps you build your business every day. And the final layer, it's all the personal support that you need for your health and happiness. Because to keep giving, you need to receive. You also need to understand that consistency increases capacity. And that's insight number 5. Thomas Edison, he wasn't just a one-trick wonder. He was one of the most prolific inventors to walk the earth. And if you study the greats in almost any field, you'll notice they're almost all wildly prolific. I mean, the Beatles created their best albums between 1963 and 1965, and they were releasing 2 to 3 albums a year in that time frame. It was the consistency of their release schedule that expanded their capacity to create at higher and higher levels. My favorite author is Haruki Murakami, and he released 27 books by the age of 74. His secret? Maintaining a daily writing practice. He clocks on and he clocks off like a factory worker. And in that time, magic happens. He's trained himself to create on demand, and his books get written one day at a time, day after day after day, until they're done. Now, so many people go into entrepreneurship to live this life of adventure. And while entrepreneurship can definitely provide that, I mean, I'm living proof of that. Most people overlook what they need to do on a daily basis to be a successful entrepreneur. They also overlook how much adventure you can find in the work itself. French author Gustave Flaubert wrote, "Be regular and orderly in your life, so you may be violent and original in your work." Your daily habits and routines play a huge part in your success. And I believe that success can literally happen by clockwork as you show up day after day and just do the freaking work. But doing the work, it's not just about doing the same thing in the same way every day. It's about insight number 6, what I call becoming the scientist in the experiment lab of your business. When my guy Murakami shows up to write each day, he doesn't always know what's going to happen on the page. Instead, he surrenders to the process of creating something great. He experiments with different ideas and storylines to see what works. It's incredibly liberating when you let go of any personal attachment to your ideas and you understand that everything is a test. That gives you the freedom to experiment and try things out. Because when you look at everything as a test, you know that nothing you do is ever a failure. It's just feedback on your path to awesome. And this combination of unshakable commitment to your vision with scientific detachment to your results turns business into a fun game to find the best way to do something as quickly as possible. And on the other side of that experimentation, you're gonna find a solution that's so much better than you could have ever imagined at the start. Maya Angelou says, when we know better, we do better. And I believe that true knowing, it comes from experience. And that leads me to insight number 7, practice curiosity. Milton Glaser is one of the most famous graphic designers of all time. And he said that if you can sustain your interest in what you're doing, you're an extremely fortunate person. Because often people are so consumed with what they want and how they want it that they overlook what's actually going to get them there. And when you lead with wonder and you lead with curiosity, not only will you make the kind of non-linear leaps that take you into a whole new level of success, you'll enjoy the process a lot more too, as you learn and grow from everything. Because the truth is that business is a marathon, not a sprint. And it just takes time to get where you want to go. And that's insight number 8. Imagine you're a marathon runner. You train, you prepare, and you start the race in the same way you hope to finish it. You're not paying attention to the people in front of you or the people behind you. You're just trying to finish the race. You know that slow and steady wins the race. The tortoise beats the hare. And the same is true in business. It's the person who stays in the game that wins the game. And while there are proven strategies, there are no shortcuts or silver bullets. And as soon as you stop chasing the next big thing, you'll see the road is laid out before you, and all you gotta do is start running. That leads me to insight number 9. You can't build a house without a solid foundation. And one of the biggest mistakes I see people make as they build an online business is they think that somehow an online business is different from a regular business. And so they get so swept up in the internet marketing hype, the tools, the tactics, the technology, thinking they found their golden ticket to success. But it's not about the tools, the tactics, the technology. It's about creating value that others recognize and want. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've had someone come up to me and say, Marisa, I need a membership site. What's the best membership site software to use? Now, at that point, I usually ask them to take a step back and tell me about the product they want to deliver on that membership site. And 9 times out of 10, they don't have an answer. They've just heard that they need a membership site to build an online business. So they put the cart before the horse, thinking it's all about the membership site, when in actuality, it's about identifying and putting into words the unique value you have to offer that other people will recognize and want to invest in. The challenge with putting the cart before the horse and leading with all the tools and the tactics and the technologies is that everything can feel freaking overwhelming when you're not crystal clear on what's really driving your whole business, how you serve your students, clients, and customers in a way that no one else can. All right, you ready for insight number 10? And that is giving yourself permission to experience more. So here's the thing. The internet moves way faster than the real world. 10 years in your business feels like 70 years of experience. And I gotta say, I love the wisdom that comes from all this experience. So over the years, I've seen a lot of people and a lot of platforms come and go because they didn't evolve and change fast enough. Here's the thing. Your business is always changing because you're always changing. The market's always changing. Customer expectations and preferences are always changing. Technology is always changing, and the world is always changing, especially now. It's well known that we feel most excited and most alive when we're taking action at the edge of our comfort zone, and we feel most secure when we're not. As humans, we naturally want more, whether that's more love, more clients, more success, more money, we crave it. But the moment we get more, we feel overwhelmed. We say we want more, and then we shut down when we actually get it. So the practice is allowing yourself to experience more. More emotions, more discomfort, more challenges, and ultimately, more rewards, more abundance, and more growth. As I always like to say, success is about giving yourself permission to have bigger challenges and bigger rewards. This is what my friend Roger Hamilton calls allowing yourself to have range. And when you do, you expand your capacity for more of both the good and the bad, which leads to a rich and fulfilling life in business. So there you have it, the 10 things that I wish I knew before I hit 7 figures. Take these insights and lessons to heart so you can grow and scale your dream business even faster than me. And if you want my support to turn your business dreams into reality, check out my year-long business growth program, Momentum. Usually when it comes to the support that you need to take your business to the next level, you're faced with a challenging choice. Do I choose private coaching? Do I enroll in a small group mastermind? Or do I attend big live events and workshops? And while each one of these things is awesome, they're not enough to guarantee the business results you're after. Because with private coaching, you're missing the perspective that comes with community. With a small group mastermind, you're lacking the depth and the accountability of having that private one-on-one coach. And then with events and workshops, you get pumped. But then the excitement, it fades and you fall back into procrastination and overwhelm. And that's why I've created one cohesive program that gives you all 3. I like to call it a best of all worlds program because you get private concierge coaching, you get the small group mastermind, and you get all the live trainings, events, and resources that only come with a larger program. So yes, you get all 3 in one cohesive, value-packed program. So if your ears perked up, and you're excited to learn more about how me and my team can support you in realizing your biggest business goals this year, because remember, everybody needs support, check out the link below to schedule a no-pressure 25-minute call with a program specialist. So schedule that call, and I hope to see you inside Momentum. Now go out there and live your message.